away from their shot at the ultimate prize in combat robotics, the giant nut. Hey everybody, and welcome to BattleBots Championship Fight Night. After months of unbelievable battles, total carnage, jaw-dropping comebacks, heartbreaking upsets, and a near constant concern for my own personal safety, tonight, one robot will reign supreme and be crowned the 2018 BattleBots Champion! I'm Chris Rose, and joining me is a guy who is a walking threat to everyone out there. From the UFC world, Kenny Florian.
You want to talk scary? This entire season was scary good. And the 2018 tournament has been no different. We've seen some crazy upsets. The number 1 and 2 seeds have fallen. Tombstone and Bronco. I don't know about you, Chris, but my bracket is busted.
Mine too, Kenny. But never mind that, because now we're down to 4. Tonight's event will feature both the semifinals and finals of our championship tournament. And by the end of the night, one team will walk away with the mother of all trophies, the giant nut. So let's take a look at the matchups, starting with the former champion, Paul Ventimiglia and Vice Force, taking on the lowest remaining seed in the field, the Cinderella story, Whiplash. Vice Force, a perfect 6-0, the last 5 by knockout, but Whiplash is no slouch. 5-1 on the year, 4 knockouts to their name, and I think it's safe to say they're starting to believe they can actually win this thing. We'll also see the team from Brazil, Minotaur, taking on the 9th seed, Lockjaw. Lockjaw and Donald Hudson with a 6-2 record, 5 wins by knockout, but what really stands out here is the number of fights overall. That's 8, 2 more than any other semifinalist. The former champ has been perfect in his last 5 fights, but now he faces his biggest test yet. And that's Minotaur, led by Marco Maggiolaro and world-renowned driver Daniel Freitas. They won championships all across the globe, and tonight they expect to be walking away with their first giant nut.
I don't know about you, but to me, any one of these bots really could win it all.
Will it be the former champ, an all-star teenager, the raging bull from Brazil, or the grizzled veteran? There's only one way to find out. Are you folks ready? All right, let's crown ourselves a 2018 world champion. Farouk, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time!
The bull from Brazil. Their lone loss in the regular season opener to Tombstone. Ever since then, they've been getting better and better.
Yeah, and that's a very scary thought. With every fight, they are learning, improving, evolving that bot. They have so much experience. They know exactly what weapon to use, what drum spinner, what driving style to use against each and every opponent. It's an amazing team right there.
And Lockjaw, they are such a tightly knit crew. They're revving on all engines, right?
Absolutely, and the theme for 2018 for Team Lockjaw can be summed up in 3 words: never give up. After a 1-2 start, they entered the Desperado tournament, got 3 straight wins, and earned themselves an automatic bid into the top 16. Now, they're only 1 win away from the championship final.
In the red square, this Brazilian bull will smack you right in the face, leave you limping away, head down in disgrace. Its mission is simple: go in for the kill and bring the giant nut back to Brazil. It's Minotaur!
Marco Maggiolaro and Minotaur. They were knocked out in the semifinals the last time they were here. It's kind of like drinking some OJ after you brushed your teeth. Leaves a bad taste in your mouth, if you know what I mean.
And the blue square, it'll lock you down and won't let go, then take you out with one deadly blow. It's tough, it's mean, it's without a flaw. Give it up for the one, the only, Lockjaw!
Donald Hudson and Lockjaw, proud owner of 6 giant nuts, but he hasn't added a new one to his shelf since 2002. Jessica Chobot caught up with our builders before entering this match, so let's hear from them on their strategy heading into this big-time bout.
Any concerns going into this match?
We are very much afraid that Lockjaw can get us pinned on the wall, throw us out of the battle box in the dead zone, because the driver, Donald, is very good. So Minotaur is small, his wheels are internal, they are not exposed, so it's easy for him to get stuck in the arena. Battle box is the biggest enemy of ours. Last season, we lost in the semifinals. We want to end up this jinx.
Well, you know, Minotaur's driver, Daniel, is an excellent driver. I know that there are obvious ideas to try to go for the tires. You know, they probably think that they can get the jaws pretty quickly. I think it's just going to be a driving war.
It's Minotaur and Lockjaw facing off in the first semifinal of our 2018 BattleBots World Championship. The Brazilians expect to advance to their first BattleBots final. Can the veteran Donald Hudson stop them here?
Let the bot battle begin. Lockjaw trying to win the game of position off the bat, but gets thrown up in the air a little bit by Minotaur.
Minotaur going straight for those wheels, Chris. Lockjaw has to stay squared up here. Lockjaw using those forks, but they are not active. Minotaur able to get underneath Lockjaw.
And he had him near the screws momentarily, but Donald Hudson drives away. He's one of the best drivers the sport's ever seen.
We're seeing some bot parts already all over the box.
Ooh, nice jab there from Minotaur. The Brazilians, they came to play, already showing they can get underneath Lockjaw. Oh, there it is again. Donald Hudson, he has got to prevent that.
Daniel Freitas all over Donald Hudson right now.
And it looks like Donald's bot a little cockeyed, Kenny.
Oh! Well, those tires are starting to get chewed up by Minotaur. That is a main part of the Minotaur diet, and he's chewing them up.
Oh! Those forks on Lockjaw have been ineffective as Minotaur continues to win the battle for low ground. Almost a minute in now. Oh! And now Lockjaw inverted, and that back tire's taking a beating.
And so have the forks. Those forks are getting beat up pretty badly. Minotaur just suffocating Lockjaw here. Non-stop pressure.
Minotaur trying to chew on those tires and does a nice job of upending Lockjaw. Lockjaw's not moving right now, Kenny.
Just too many hits to the underbelly by Minotaur, and this is going to be a knockout in the semifinal.
You can hear Minotaur revving up its jet engine. It looks like the legend Donald Hudson. All he can do is listen to the countdown. Minotaur, the Brazilian bull, just moments away from a spot in its first BattleBots final.
That's a knockout!
Daniel Freitas has driven Minotaur and Team Brazil into its first BattleBots final.
We are in the final!
The Brazilians overjoyed, and Donald Hudson looking on thinking, what could have been?
Marco, Daniel, come on in. Oh, you guys, your first final. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a dream come true. We got to win this now.
Great match. What was your strategy going in?
Our strategy was to focus on one of the forks, not go to both. Otherwise, we'd get our V belts. So we are focusing one fork, then we hit the other, and then try to get underneath him.
Very, very aggressive driving. Was that part of the whole thing?
That was a part, because Donald's a very good driver. You need to be aggressive to win. If you let him do his thing, he's going to throw out of the battle box.
Well, you guys just beat a legend with Donald. You've got to be proud about that.
Oh, I'm very proud. I watched Donald driving before we were a team, so it was a great honor to fight him today.
Well, congratulations on an excellent match and a great win. See you guys in the finals.
So it is Minotaur moving on to our 2018 Battle Box Championship Final. They'll be facing the winner from our other semifinal. That's the 3 seed, Bite Force, taking on the 10th seeded Whiplash. So stay right there. There's a championship on the line. Welcome back to the Battle Box 2018 World Championship Tournament. We've seen Minotaur defeat Lockjaw to move on to the finals. They'll be taking on the winner of Bite Force versus Whiplash. It's a 3 versus 10 matchup, but Kenny, I don't think you can call anyone an underdog at this point of the tournament.
And especially Whiplash, who's torn through Yeti, and of course Bronco, the number 2 seed in the tournament, on their path to get here. Jeff Vasquez told us to start the year that he thought Whiplash could do something special, and now at this point, that bot's proven to be durable, consistent, and its articulating vertical disc is one of the most versatile weapons in the entire competition. Jeff's son, the young driver, Matty Vasquez, has shown time and again that he's not scared of hanging with the big dogs.
And tonight, he's facing off against another big dog in Bite Force. And this may well be the strongest we've ever seen him perform, which is a little scary considering he won the championship in 2015.
That's right, Chris. He's the only undefeated bot remaining in the field, and it's only taken him an average time of 64 seconds to knock out his last 5 opponents. For Paul Ventimiglia and Bite Force, it's all business. Get in, get the win, and move on.
You anxious to see who's going to face Minotaur in the final?
Really anxious, really nervous, yeah.
Let's get to it. Has already gotten its hands on one giant nut, and now Paul Ventimiglia, oh, he's so close to another.
And he's been absolutely perfect this year, Chris. 6-0, 5 wins by knockout. He has shown no mercy at all when he steps inside the battle box.
Taking on Whiplash, and I can't imagine what's going on in the brain of Pops Jeff Vasquez right now. He must be so proud.
Oh, he's very proud. He's a little nervous. He's very excited. And then the contrast, his son, Matt Vasquez, very calm and composed, and I think that's what it's allowed him to drive as well as he has in 2018.
In the red square, chewing up bots in murderous routes. Its last 2 fights have been complete knockouts. It shows no remorse. It's Bite Force!
There we get a good look at Paul Ventimiglia and his team. They've left a path of destroyed bots in their wake throughout the competition. 2018 was meant to be the year of the dog, but Paul's making a good case for Bite Force.
In the blue square, it's done the impossible. Buck the Bronco and slay the Yeti with a 19-year-old driver who's proven he's ready. The Vasquez family is in the big show at last. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Whiplash!
And there we see the Vasquez family. Such a great story, such an impressive year. Whiplash shocked the number 2 seed Bronco in its last fight, winning by knockout. And now they're looking to take down another undefeated opponent in Bite Force.
Got your top secret weapon here, all practiced and raring to go?
Yeah. I mean, the robot is pretty much the same as the other fights. Just going to have to drive well and flip them over and keep them flipped over. That's pretty much it.
Did you guys expect to make it this far?
Absolutely not. I mean, we had a sneaky suspicion we could, but you know, once we started winning matches, we just got stronger, more momentum, and more confidence. So it's really been a great event for us.
The Vasquez family, they've been building great robots for decades. They're really seasoned. The robot's looking really good. It's very versatile, very robust. Hard to get a knockout on them. So it's all going to be about driving and luck. We have the forky wedges because they don't have a big horizontal spinner. That's our better aggressive technique. That's what we used against Bombshell, and a nice rotator for the knockouts.
Whiplash, Bite Force, in a semifinal matchup for the ages. Find out who comes out on top right after this. We've got the 10 seed, Whiplash, about to square off against the 3 seed, Bite Force, for the last spot in the finals of our championship tournament. Here we go.
Who needs to catch a breath here.
Oh, Bite Force definitely has the low ground, Chris. Uh-oh. Huge flip there by Bite Force.
And it looks like Whiplash may have taken some damage on the right side there.
Look how sturdy Bite Force is, dictating this match so far, just smothering Whiplash.
Whiplash having trouble getting its primary weapon spinning up to speed, Kenny.
Yeah, look at that front right wheel. Oh, and it's gone. It is gone. Yeah. This could be the beginning of the end for Whiplash.
Whiplash fixes itself, but it's already taken on serious damage in the first 45 seconds. Look at this right in front of us. Oh, a pulverizer drops down. There goes the second wheel. And now Bite Force taking Whiplash for a ride around the box.
Bite Force really giving Whiplash a dose of its own medicine in this one, Chris. Taking away his mobility from the very start.
Get into survival mode, but he's without 2 tires and basically a third. Kenny, does that look like enough controlled movement to you?
That's borderline, Chris. Whiplash just sort of crab walking. There may be a countdown coming.
9.
And there it is. It's going to be Bite Force and Minotaur in the dream final, folks. Whiplash's Cinderella run is over.
1. That is a knockout.
And Paul Ventimilia heading into the final for the second time in 3 seasons. Kenny, what happened here?
Well, what jumped out to me about this fight was that Bite Force did to Whiplash what Whiplash has done to its opponents all year long. Paul Ventimiglia got around to the side, got that initial hit, kept Whiplash off balance through really the whole fight, never allowed Whiplash to get any momentum. Amazing stuff from Bite Force.
Well, we all saw this year that Matt Vasquez is a world-class driver, but he was outclassed here. I think we'll all look back at 2018 as the year that Whiplash arrived on the scene, but the young Jedi still has some lessons to learn. And it's going to be Bite Force taking on Minotaur in our World Championship final.
Paul, come on over. Excellent match. You don't even look like you broke a sweat.
Well, we've been sweating, working hard for the past few months each night, so the moments for the match is one of the most relaxing moments of the whole tournament. My pit crew makes the robot work, so I can relax.
Were you worried at all in regards to Matt's driving? Because it seemed like you just went in there and just did not let up.
Of course, the Vasquez family's been building great robots for decades, been driving for a really long time, really reliable robots, so of course we're concerned. In this case, though, we were able to get that one couple of lucky hits in the beginning, it messes up the front of their robots for the rest of the match. The rest of the match is easier.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All Ventimiglia and Fight Force, always so prepared. They never veer off track.
And he throws us all off track as well because, you know, he's so quiet in his interviews and, oh, you know, we'll see what happens.
And the other guy's a better driver than me and all that sort of stuff.
He builds you up and then he literally tears you down.
All right, so we've got Fight Force taking on Minotaur in the final, but first, they'll be rushing around back in the pit, gearing up for the fight of their lives. And while they do, we got a special treat for the crowd. What would championship night be without Tombstone? We all thought Ray Billings would be gunning for a title tonight, but after bowing out in the opening round, the former defending champ will perform in a very special exhibition match coming up next. I want to do a quick test. When I say this word, I want to see everybody's reaction. Tombstone! It's amazing. The Grim Reaper, he's back, and he fights next as championship night continues. Later tonight. But before we get to that, we've got the 2016 champ Tombstone taking on Aaron Hill and Tantrum in a special exhibition match. So first off, let me ask you, Kenny, any advice for Tantrum tonight?
Geez, you know, he's pretty new to the BattleBot scene, but it's all about building up your profile in this sport, and this fight could do just that for him. Taking on Tombstone on championship night, he'll definitely get some exposure here. I don't know if he's necessarily ready for Tombstone. I would just say hope that your bot is durable and can take some nasty hits.
Let me try this out one more time. Tombstone! Great.
It works.
Yeah. I'm going to make this my ringer on my cell phone. Let's take you inside the box.
In the red square, when the Reaper comes knocking at your door, it comes bearing a blade with spins galore. When you ask for whom the death tolls, it's this bot crushing more souls. It's Tombstone!
Ray Billings with Tombstone, the now former defending champ. He was knocked out in the opening round of this year's tournament, went back into the pits and said, hey, who wants to fight me? Aaron Hill was the only volunteer.
In the blue square, get ready to get slapped around until you cry. I'm so scared. It's Tantrum!
And there we get a good look at Aaron Hill with Tantrum, the young mechanical engineer from Mountain View, California. He might be a little outgunned here, but also he's a little outgunned here.
I'm going to see how long I can last. So it's going to be immediately across the box to him, go for the hit, and hope I can come back for another. A lot of the armor was designed with Ray in mind. We'll see how it holds up. A lot of the other robots not quite 100% right now, but the armor's all there.
Honestly, the only thing I want to do is I want to pull off one of those fists that's attached to it. They said if I pull one off, I get to keep it, so it's going to go home and on my trophy shelf.
I was going to say, are you going to mount it and hang it up on the wall?
It's going on the shelf right between the giant nut and the giant bolt. So it's going. That's where it's going.
Well, you heard the man, Kenny. Ray Billings wants a fist for his mantle. Let the battle begin. Tombstone firing up that weapon. I might hide for cover. I'm going to be honest. Those fists are going to be flying soon.
Well, it looks like Tantrum's having second thoughts too, Chris.
Oh! There goes one. Well, that's gone faster than a toupee in a tornado, Kenny, as Tombstone lines up the next one.
When Ray wants a fist, he gets it.
He sure does. I mean, for Ray to take a double fist today, Kenny, it's a little consolation for bowing out early.
I'm sure he would have preferred the giant nut, Chris, but he'll take a double fist. Oh!
Holy
It just stuck. It stuck into the box. It just stuck into the box.
Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable.
The
Madness. Oh, a little flip there. No!
Put an end to this madness.
Here comes the countdown. We've seen a lot of the battle box over the years, Kenny, but a flying fist inserted right by my head definitely takes the cake.
That is a knockout. What? Are you kidding me?
That is unbelievable.
That is nuts. I think it should stay there forever.
That is freaking unbelievable. Hold on. Smile. All right, Kenny, we knew what Tombstone's strategy was. He took care of the first fist there, and it took him a while to get the other one, but it's the most indelible image maybe we have seen in BattleBots history.
Oh! I mean, listen, that thing, it was gone in like 0.001 seconds. Look at this hit. Boom! There it goes. Where did it go? It got stuck. Right next to us, by the way.
Here lies the fist of Tantrum, dismembered by the greatest, most evil bot ever, Tombstone.
You said you wanted to get their fist, so here you go.
Well, I want this one, but I want the one that's stuck in the wall. That's the one I want.
I guarantee you we will be peeling that off of the battle box and handing it over to you.
This is so cool. It was a great way to end the season. That was a great match.
Tombstone, everybody!
Kenny, Tombstone could use its blade a million times after this one and never make that happen again.
It's crazy how that happened. Wow.
All right. Coming up, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Minotaur vying for their first BattleBots title, taking on the undefeated Bite Force. That's our World Championship final. Let's take a closer look. The Bull for Brazil, considered by many to be the most destructive bot on Earth.
Oh, huge hit there.
But there's one prize missing from its trophy case.
I want to win the nuts so badly. I've been waiting for 15 years for that.
He's a former champ, ready to reclaim his crown.
The 2015 champ. Undefeated in this year's competition.
Bite Force, we try to have the perfect blend of offense and defense.
Uh-oh! Oh!
But I also like to cause destruction.
Both bots dominated the field all year. A combined 13-1 record.
Oh, my God!
10 knockouts between them.
Oh! It sure doesn't look like Minotaur's holding back with that drum spinner, Kenny!
Big sparks.
Tonight, they meet under the brightest of lights with the ultimate prize on the line. 3 minutes will decide their fate.
We've had 7 matches already, 1 more to go. Everything we've been working for is to win the Giant Nut.
A champion will be crowned.
There's just one fight away between me and the Giant Nuts.
There can only be one.
Losing is not an option.
It feels great to be back in the finals. It's really relieving. We've won BattleBots before multiple times. It's just that right now, we all focus on this match and this opponent. The past doesn't matter. So the strategy against Minotaur in the finals is pretty much the same as always. It's all out aggression until they're knocked out.
Yeah, the drum is okay,